Hi, in this video I'm looking at this problem here where we're asked to express 3x plus 9 over x squared take 4x take 5 as a partial fraction. So to do this, what we need to do is have our denominator be factorized. So that's going to be our first step, is we need to factorize the denominator. So I've got x squared take 4x minus 5, and I need to factorize it. So I need to think what number multiplies to make negative 5, adds to make negative 4, and well, that would be negative 5 times by 1 would give negative 5, and negative 5 plus 1 would give negative 4. So this factorizes into x take 5 and x plus 1. So that means that our 3x plus 9 over x squared minus 4x minus 5 is the same as having 3x plus 9 over x minus 5 times x plus 1. Because these two are the same, so the two denominators are the same. So now we can start writing this as partial fractions. A partial fraction is where I take my fraction and I assume that it started from some addition of two fractions, or the same number of fractions as I have denominators. So I assume that I've got some a over my first factor, x minus 5, plus some b over my other factor, x plus 1. So my assumption is that this fraction came from this addition. I just need to work out what a and b are. And to do that, I'm going to add these two fractions together and then equate the numerators. So if I add these two together, that means I've got to do my a times the bottom right denominator, and then I've got to add on my b times the bottom left denominator, and that's all going to be over our initial x minus 5 times x plus 1. So add those two fractions, do my multiply up, multiply the numerators. And then I'm going to expand these brackets. So if I expand out these brackets, I'm going to have a times x plus a times 1, which is just going to be a, plus b times x plus b times negative 5 is going to be take 5b. And that is over this x minus 5 times x plus 1. And that fraction needs to match 3x plus 9 over x minus 5 times x plus 1. So my fractions are almost the same, the denominator is the same, I just need to sort out these a's and b's. So I'm first going to look at all my coefficients of x terms. So I've got a 3 in front of an x, and that needs to match up with an a in front of an x and a b in front of an x. So that means that I've got 3 is a plus b, and then I need to look at my constant. 9 needs to match up with positive a, take away 5b. So I also have that 9 is a take away 5b. So now I have two simultaneous equations. I have 3 equals a plus b and 9 equals a take 5b. So let's number these two equations. Equation 1, equation 2, and I've both got them matching with a single a, so I can do a bit of elimination to cancel out the a. So let's do equation 1, take away equation 2. So equation 1 is that I've got 3 equals a plus b, and I'm going to take away equation 2, which is 9 equals a minus 5b. So if I do this sum, 3 take 9 is going to be negative 6, and that's equal to a take a is 0. B take negative 5b is b plus 5b, so I'm going to have plus 6b. So that means that b is going to be negative 6 divided by 6, which means that my b is going to be negative 1. So now I got one of my answers, one of my letters. I just need to work out what a is. So let's substitute our b equals 1 into equation 1, so that way we can work out a. And I'm picking on equation 1 because it's got smaller numbers in it. So that means that I've got 3 is going to be a plus whatever b is, but we said that we worked out that b is negative 1. So that means I'm going to have a plus negative 1. So now if I add 1 to both sides, that means that I'm going to have 4 is going to be a. So now I know that a is 4 and b is negative 1. So now I can go back up to my original fraction. Okay, we had 3x plus 9 over x squared minus 4x minus 5 is going to match if we follow this pattern here. So we're going to take this pattern here, and we're going to move it up here and bring up our b and our a and substitute them in up here. So I've got a, which we said was 4. So I'm going to have 4 over x minus 5. So we're going to have x minus 5. And then I'm going to add on b, which is minus 1. So I'm going to change it a little bit because we had minus 1. We're going to have minus 1 over our other denominator, x plus 1. And that's our answer. 3x plus 9 over x squared take 4x take 5 as partial fractions is 4 over x minus 5 minus 1 over x plus 1. And we could double check our answer by performing this subtraction of these fractions, and I should end up back at my original question.